up, guys? Motivation Monday. This is Coach Mo, and I just wanted to talk to you about just that today, which is motivation. And so I want to propose to you a rhetorical question that I heard a self-help guy say once in order to make this point. It goes something like this. He said, what if we went on top of a 20-story building, and I put a plank between two 20-story buildings and said I would give you $2.50 if you would cross that 20-story building and back. He said, chances are you would say no, because $2.50 isn't a big enough motivation for you to put your life on the line. He said, rightly so. He said, however, let's change the scenario. Let's take this exact same situation. Let's put you on one side of a 20-story building, and then on the other side of that 20-story building where the plank bridges the two, let's put your child, and let's put that building on fire. So now your child is in danger, and I'm going to offer you $100 to cross over there and back. You would most likely, without hesitation, cross over and back to save your child's life. And now the money wouldn't even be a factor at that point, because the motivation behind you crossing had nothing to do with money. It had to do with your child. So he made that point, which was to say that your motivation, finding that one thing to get you from where you are to where you're trying to go, is the most powerful motivating force of all, whatever that motivation may be. Now, he went on to say your motivation could be anything. It could be your strong obsession or desire to get fit or whatever it is. And then I started thinking about that the other day when I was on the step mill or the Stairmaster thing, and because I was really trying to dig deep and trying to figure out why I was there, because I just wasn't feeling motivated at all. I wasn't motivated at all to be there, and I was trying to dig deep and find that motivation. So I asked myself that question. Yes, I talked to myself. I said, why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? And it got me to think, and it brought that thing to mind, that little question that self-help guy proposed. Well, I started thinking about it, and I started thinking about my family, my children, my wife. I started thinking about my cheerleaders, and I started thinking about all the people who know me and who knew me. And I said, why am I going so far? Why am I working so hard? Why am I putting so much dedication into this fitness and bodybuilding thing? And I started thinking it was to make an impact in their lives. And then it hit me that I'm not doing this just to make an impact in their lives, though that's one of the motivating forces, but my main motivation is absolutely obedience to Christ. And it is my love for Him and my dedication to His call on my life that pushes me and motivates me to do what I'm doing. See, even though I know what I'm doing will have an impact on the lives of the people who are watching me, what is more important to me is an act of obedience and worship to my God who has saved me and called me according to His purpose. Now, I wonder if there is anyone out there, maybe who's watching this, who thinks to themselves, as I used to think of to myself, what do you have for me? Or I used to ask God all the time, God, what is it that you want me to do with my life? And I would go in this direction and that direction and try to find, God, what is it you called me to ministry? Why am I here in a gym? Blah, 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 blah. And I think that it's so simple that we cross over it so easily without looking back. And here's what I think it is. Jesus said to go make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them all that I have commanded. Make disciples. What is your motivation? Is your motivation to earn money? Is your motivation to become successful in the eyes of the world? Paul says in Romans 12:2 to not be conformed to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Don't be conformed to the patterns of this world or the ideas or motivations that get this world moving. I believe that it is absolutely possible for the human mind to create an incredible future. That by human will there is so much power that God has granted us to be able to achieve goals and dreams that are so unimaginable. But I believe even in that powerful human will that we've been created with, there's still limitations, because the only true unlimited possibility comes from Christ and a life in Him, the Holy Spirit inside of you. So what is your motivation? Is your motivation to go to work every single day and make money? Is your motivation to pay the bills and care for your family? What about making disciples of the nations? What about, as you go, make disciples of all nations? Where you're at. If you're practicing law, make disciples while practicing law. If you're practicing medicine, make disciples while practicing medicine. If you're a teacher, make disciples while practicing education. If you're a coach, make disciples at practice and beyond. If you are a student, make disciples on every single day, everywhere you're at, because God may change your call. He may move you into a different direction. He may call you here, then there, then here, then there, because your job is not necessarily to worry, not at all. It's not at all to worry about what you're going to do, what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. It's about the kingdom and everything associated with the kingdom. Jesus said, as you go, make disciples of the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey all of my commandments. Guys, your purpose has been laid out for you. Stop asking what it is that you're to do and be motivated by the calling of Christ on your life, which is to make disciples. As you go, where you're at, there is nothing stopping you from making disciples of the Lord Jesus Christ. Guys, that's Motivation Monday. I hope you'll be motivated today to go out with a new purpose, with a new motivation, to make disciples of the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them all that He has commanded. I love you guys. God bless. That's Motivation Monday.